Namaste, welcome. So today we are going to be focusing on moving into stillness. So this meditative practice is really great for those of us whose minds like to keep going. Our minds are meant to keep going, so it's nothing to feel ashamed or bad about. So as we find ourselves moving into stillness today, I encourage you to start in a seated posture. It really is best for this one to be seated, but you can also do this walking if that feels better for you, or lying down. I'm going to demonstrate this one in a seated posture. So make sure that you're comfortable, that you have a nice neutral spine, and that you can find the chest open. I like to roll my shoulders up, back, and down. And we'll actually start there with just a few shoulder rolls, releasing tension from neck and shoulder. And then we'll just take a few gentle twists, twisting and gazing over one shoulder and then the other. Coming back to center, planting one hand, reaching an arm up and over to the side, and then the other direction. And then coming back into center and placing the hands on top of the knees or even on the ground. Either one is fine. And we're going to trace the heart. So the heart is going to start drawing some circles. We're just going to guide the heart in circles. It doesn't matter which direction, clockwise or counterclockwise, it's all good. We'll move in both directions. So once you start this moving pattern, go ahead and close the eyes and let the movement be intentional. So we're not just flopping around. Instead, we're really actively thinking of drawing circles with the heart parallel to the floor. And then move in the other direction. Again, draw circles with the heart. And as you move your body in these intentional and kind of large circles, notice the breath. Notice if you're holding it. Notice if you're clenching anywhere in the body. And then start to let the circles grow smaller. So maybe before they were a foot in diameter, now they're 6 inches. Maybe they are starting to grow even smaller to just being 4 inches. Allow the circles to continue to become smaller and smaller. Find your breath and allow the circles to be so small that somebody who is watching you, maybe it looks like you're just shifting just ever so slightly. And then allow the body to come into stillness. Without holding the breath, hold the body into one place. And then we'll start to shift the weight from side to side. So I like to lead with my shoulder on this one. You can open the eyes and gaze if you need to for a moment, and then close them again if it feels comfortable. So it's almost like I'm snaking my spine in one direction. One shoulder reaches and the other follows. Again, starting with a nice large movements side to side, reaching and lengthening, feeling the side body grow tall. You can even let the head kind of sway with the movement if it doesn't make you dizzy. And then we'll start to once again let the movement grow smaller and smaller. Noticing the breath. Allowing the movement to go a little bit smaller and even slower. And then bring that gentle swaying from side to side to a point where Once again, maybe somebody from the outside wouldn't notice that you were shifting your weight, that you were gently swaying the spine. And maybe you even come into a place of stillness. Maybe your body really enjoys the gentle wave movement, just like a rocking baby. So if your body really enjoys the movement and you can bring your awareness away from the rocking, go ahead and leave the rocking in the body and bring the awareness to the breath. And if your body enjoys the stillness, bring your body into stillness, knowing that you have the option to find either. So whether you're still slowly rocking or finding the body in stillness, bring the awareness into the mind, into the thoughts, into emotions. And today imagine your mind as a beautiful mountain lake. It's completely clear. Now the more still the water in the lake becomes, the clearer the water is. So if we use the analogy that our mind is the lake and that our thoughts are drops or ripples in the lake, our thoughts create disturbances in the clarity of our mind. Sometimes when we have a lot of thoughts or a lot of emotions happening, there's so much turbulence in the lake, the sediment from the bottom of the lake starts to churn up and everything becomes cloudy. So as we move towards stillness in the body, we can also start to move towards stillness in the mind. Maybe we notice a thought, and that thought ripples outward. But eventually, the thought, the movement of the water, slows and becomes still. Anytime a thought comes up, allow the ripples to dissipate and allow the mind to return to a place of quiet, a place of stillness. If the body is requesting that little bit of movement, feel free to add it back. Maybe that shift from side to side or a gentle heart circle. Noticing that some thoughts are very small droplets that dissipate quickly, and some thoughts or emotions can be like dropping a large rock into the middle of this beautiful, still mountain lake. Sometimes the thought ripples take a little bit longer to dissipate. Sometimes they're gone in a flash. As we start to bring awareness into our own mind, we can know which thoughts might take a little bit more time for us to settle and which thoughts are simply passing. Awareness of these thoughts is a big step in bringing mindfulness from our meditation practice into our daily lives. So don't feel like you're failing if there's raindrops falling into your lake. It's totally normal. It's totally normal. Let the thoughts dissipate. Let the ripples slowly settle and allow the mind and perhaps the body to find stillness. Let's take a nice long cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling with a big ha. Give yourself permission to return to this place of stillness in mind and body. The light in me honors the light within you. Namaste.